Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
I'm Sam Harder.
And I'm Carter Glasscock.
Hey, that's right. And we got no guest need because why? We are the GOAT podcast, baby. That's right.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, the original Corona Diaries boys hanging out once again.
We never need a guest.
No,
New
that's
rule,
true.
no guest ever.
From this point on, no more guests.
Yeah. Get used to it, America.
Just us three. And what dangerous things rattle in our brains.
Yeah, well, we're all convicted melons. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Drinking liquid death, convicted melon.
So
It doesn't really taste like melon to me.
Yeah, well, these are on sale at Target, and so I picked
How
them up.
much? How much? I hate to talk money.
I don't
You're not
even-
supposed to talk money or religion.
I don't-
Oh, man, it's petty.
Don't remember. I think it's like 2 for like $11.99 for basically double cans. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, not too
Two
bad.
for 11.
Like or two 8-packs for $11.99.
When
yeah.
you see someone drinking a liquid death at a concert, are you like, good for you, dude, you're trying?
Sometimes I'm like, that's probably the only option that isn't soda.
yeah,
I see
also-
someone trying to not drink. Is
Yeah.
what I see.
I'm usually that person.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
feel
a
good about
fucking-
myself when I do it at a concert.
Yeah.
Then I feel stupid about how much they cost.
All right. Yeah. Well, I got the lime one at the Zappa Plays Zappa show I went to. So that was fun. Getting real psychedelic with some doing hard lime or whatever the name was.
So you didn't-
Psychedelic Nepo
You didn't
babies.
sneak in a fucking energy drink pack.
To the Riverside Fox Theater. Nah, I just went with what was at the bar.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah,
You think-
that's all I had?
Did a lot of people smell like weed?
No, it was. I was with a friend of the show, Joe Raines. I think we were both 38 and 39, and we were easily the youngest people there.
Of course.
Overall, it was a sea of gray ponytails.
Sure. Just
So-
smoking butt weed, though, right? No one had bad breath?
No, I don't think there were that many people. Like they might have been smoking before the show, but it was a seated, kind of a fancy affair. So.
When you're downtown in that area where it is, it's not like a downtown or around LA anywhere where you're like, yeah, there could just be a group of people just smoking big weed. You
Yeah.
know, that's
Right.
It just isn't that vibe there.
Yeah,
Right.
well, I've said before that downtown Riverside is like the Warner Brothers studio lot got overrun by meth heads. Like it's this idyllic, beautiful little town, and then everyone there's tweaked the fuck out.
Oh, you hate to
There's some
see it.
weirdos.
You
Oh,
hate to
yeah.
fucking see it.
Yeah, shout out to our friend Nick Shades. Ran a show at the the Mission Tobacco Lounge or something like that, which I think they, before the damn communists took over California, you used to be able to smoke cigars inside there, but now it's just a bar venue and humidor storage space.
That's Ben Sawyer ran a show like that. It was a cigar smoking show.
It's just, it seems
Maybe
to me
still
if you're
does.
like into cigars, you would have your own humidor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the socioeconomic bracket of most cigar smokers.
It was definitely a power move. Like he would ash on your face if you didn't do very good.
I've recorded 2 episodes of this podcast at that cigar store.
Yeah. It
And
was,
my clothes never smelled the same again.
Yeah, I mean, look up how much a humidor is right now. It can't be that crazy.
Yeah.
It feels like it might be one of those things where it's like, honey, I got to go to the public humidor. I'll be gone for the next 4 hours.
now I'm kind of realizing what a humidor is as you search it.
Okay, so like,
Is it just a cigar fridge?
yeah, it's a cigar fridge. Exactly. Yeah, like
It's not
so.
really a fridge.
Yeah, it's a dry.
It's a humidity fridge.
Like so it could keep cigars or body parts very fresh.
No, I think it would
No,
accelerate
no,
the
no,
rotting
no,
of a
no,
body
no.
part.
The
It
decrepitude.
just keeps
Okay.
it wet. It keeps it wet so it doesn't dry out.
Yeah,
Keeps it wet.
you would
Just like me.
yeah. You would want a I guess like a dehydrator if you were trying to preserve body parts. This is kind of the opposite.
This is good to know.
Yeah,
But-
Rivers is a fucking freak for just having that pull from his brain.
I mean, I did. Inquiring minds want to know. I did bring it
I
up.
mean, what's a mummy, dude? It's just a man in a big dry.
It's just
His
Brendan
brain
Fraser. It's just the
removed from
Rock.
his
Yeah.
nose.
Yeah.
It's just the Rock fighting a horde of undead skeletons.
So you get like a little humidor for $37.99, and then
That's the Temu one.
yeah, that's the Temu one. But then you can get what looks like one that appears to be about the size of a mini fridge for $145. So like, get your own. So that's probably right, Sam. As everybody was just like, yeah, I gotta go smoke cigars for 5 hours.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I've never understood because I quit smoking like 2.5 years ago or something.
Congrats.
Right? Could you put in a thing here where it's like an applause thing? You edit.
I mean,
all of
honestly, I am very happy for you.
it. Thank you, dog.
And no
I appreciate
joke,
it. I appreciate
that's
it.
a hard thing to quit.
Hell yeah.
I thank you. I appreciate it. I did get fat, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
And
I
that's,
don't notice.
yeah. I say it compulsively.
Yeah, don't worry. We're gonna all start doing DDP yoga soon.
Fuck
Ooh, yeah.
dude. Let's get hot.
I know the first dance.
Oh, you do? What is it? Is it where
it's
you just
the fucking
do
diamond cutter, dude?
Why would that's not a yoga? I guess it isn't yoga. It's a DDP yoga.
It's DDPY.
Would it be off-putting if we were all like ripped by?
I mean, there's a level of ripped where you start becoming less funny.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
People just stop thinking you're funny. It's not. You could say the exact same stuff, and they're just like, whatever.
Oh, it's healthy. Healthy is not funny.
No, I disagree with that.
No,
it's when
I'm
you
just
start
kidding.
looking like physically fit to a certain point. It's like, okay,
Like Brendan Schaub level is not funny.
No, and he's just not funny anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm talking more like Joe Rogan used to be a better comic when he wasn't as jacked,
Yeah,
and I think
sure.
that's directly correlated.
when he was a janitor on news radio.
Yeah.
He's the Joe the mail guy or whatever.
Or yeah, the male guy.
Yeah.
But anyways, I was saying, as someone who smoked for a long time, I just know some people will smoke, but they're like, but I can have a little cigar every now and again.
yeah.
I've always hated cigars.
They smell really bad.
Well, you just,
one
like, chew
person
'em.
can be smoking them on the patio of a bar, one single cigar, and it stinks up the whole fucking patio.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, Johnny Hollywood over here, you fucking.
and it's always some schlub.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
even Johnny Hollywood. It's some like old decrepit man.
Yeah.
You know, if they were like skinnier and maybe like about half as long, you could go like a little cigar, a cigarette. Perhaps.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and they were in white paper.
Yeah.
A cigarillo.
Yeah, there we go.
I
Like
will
your
say,
dad smokes.
That's right.
your dad smokes cigarillos.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's awesome,
Yeah, the fucking swishers, right?
dude.
Oh no, it's
Do you ever have the urge to split that up and fill it up with perk?
Dude, not unlike the liquid death situation. It's whatever's the cheapest. So
Sure.
sometimes it's Swishers, sometimes it's Backwoods, sometimes it's White Owls.
The blunts that are just used for weed.
Yes, he's the
Right.
only man in the world who actually smokes just the tobacco in the blunt rolls.
Man, just
They are for
sometimes.
someone, yeah.
Just sometimes.
58-cent fucking blunt rolls.
You should, as a joke, you should buy him a humidor.
For that. No, actually, they do as a part of the payment for doing Ben Sawyer's show at the cigar lounge. They
He gave me one too. Yeah.
give you a cigar, and so I got that for my dad for Christmas for the last 3 years as one of his gifts. Like, I've just come back from Nashville doing the Ben Sawyer show. I'm like, here
You just
go.
re-gift him a Christmas present.
Well, he knows the deal.
It's very dope.
I'm not gonna fucking smoke him. So
I just put mine in my butt crack and then do like a Jim Carrey kind of talking, which is fun. It was very nice of him to do that.
There's been a time or two where I'd like, fuck it, I'll try. I don't even smoke cigarettes, but fuck it, I'll try a cigar. Try to see the appeal, and it's like it doesn't exist.
Do you feel like Jack Nicholson for a second?
No, I just feel like a guy who. The cigars feel like you're trying to be something you're not.
Yeah.
So many guys who smoke cigars, it's like you think it's a style. You're not doing it because you enjoy the flavor or whatever.
Or it's like some
you want to be
status
the
symbol.
guy who you see it online where they want to be masculine.
Yeah.
But the only way they know how to be masculine is to emulate what they think masculinity is. So they're just like, yeah, I drink scotch and smoke cigars.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
Yeah,
Steven,
I play poker.
I don't
Duh.
drink Bud Light and smoke cigarettes like I'm stressed out.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking drink scotch and smoke cigars like I'm a champion.
They think they're like fancy and they think like it's somehow prestigious or I don't know. If you're a real
It's a
ass
status
cigar
symbol.
smoker and you love the taste of nasty ass shit, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you're a scotch drinker and you love the taste of nasty ass wood and alcohol, that's fine. But you have to actually enjoy those.
Yeah.
Don't do it because you think it looks cool.
As someone who worked at a wine place, it's like just watching someone swish something around in their mouth that they know they don't like. They're like,
They're like
that feeling is worth the price of admission.
they're making the icky face while it's in their mouth.
It burns so good.
notes of shrubbery.
Like there's
notes of moss.
there's just things that like legitimately taste like shit if you don't drink them. It's like we were talking in the Discord last night. If you drink
Negronis. I hate fucking Negronis.
if you drink a Coca-Cola and after not having one in years, you can hardly swallow it.
Shocking.
It's your fucking your body
I've gone-
tries to reject it.
Dude, I've
instantly.
gone nary like 2 days since I started drinking Diet Coke.
And alcohol's the same way. If you didn't drink it all the time, you get it in your mouth and you're like, "Fuck, I'm supposed to swallow this? Holy shit!"
Yeah.
Well, that's why you surround it with pineapple and fruit juice.
Pineapple.
Yeah, that is when you become like a fun drinker. Is like the only way you won't like it is like I want it to taste like candy. I mean, see, there you go. That's a fun drinker. Not so
that's
like,
why
I need a drink. I need it to taste like shit.
It tastes like my heart.
It tastes like shit, so I can wrap my car around the telephone pole and cry.
How often do you drink? Do you drink every Wednesday now?
No, I usually get Diet Cokes. It's more like
I say you don't drink at the thing.
Yeah, he needs
no,
brain
I'm in
fuel.
I'm in the fucking zone at the thing.
You don't take the SATs drunk, do
Yeah.
you? I mean, I did, but
I used to drink before comedy to like loosen me up. Now it makes me so much worse. And
yeah, it
I
makes most people worse.
Yeah,
they don't like to accept it.
I don't even like drinking like at a comedy place. I just feel like it's being pushed on me.
Yeah.
I don't like
Well,
it.
there's some like alcohol comics that will just bring a drink on stage, basically.
Oh man, so
And it's
world
not
weary.
it's not even to like really get drunk or drink the full thing on stage. It's part of their thing.
Yeah,
You know, you get like a Stanhope or a tater salad.
Ron White.
Yeah, they're gonna bring a drink out because that's just part of their whole style,
right.
and their fans respect it,
They
and
do,
they're
they
playing to the brand, and you got to respect it, folks.
That's right.
Hey, I respect it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of playing to your brand, folks, it's time for a world championship throwdown.
Ooh, yeah.
With Low Energy. That's right, Low Energy. We're coming for you.
It's worth the Patreon subscription just to see the fucking ice chest that exists as a WWE belt.
Well, this one, people who follow us on our stream on Thursdays, youtube.com/thegoodspod. No, a couple weeks ago, Sam and I were hanging out and we got sandwiches from Eastside Deli.
Okay.
And we got, so they were delicious. So delicious that I couldn't stop thinking about those sandwiches. And so decided to go to Eastside Deli, and that is where I found this week's Ungodly Concoction, and it looks a certain way. Just tell us if you think maybe this looks kind of familiar for some reason. Carter, tell them what we got.
Well, first off the top, it's called Bitchslap.
That's right.
Energy. It's citrus.
And it's citrus. It's the only flavor, by the way.
Got some new tropics in there.
Uh-huh.
It looks
It looks Nazi-ish.
Well, like put it side by side with like.
Oh, it's the same.
We'll just like pick a random.
Those are the SS Nazi lightning bolts.
Oh, so it is a Nazi drink, but it does look like it's aping the Liquid Death branding pretty hard.
Yeah. Here, hold that up so the folks can see it there. Yeah. So it looks a little similar, so much so that when I saw it, I was like, finally, Liquid Death smartened up and got in the fucking game.
Yeah. No, this is bitch slap.
This is bitch slap.
And there's
Nazi tropics.
there's a banner along the bottom of it that just says "You need a bitch slap."
That's right. Yep.
Boy, this is naughty.
And their hashtag is bitch focus, or I think it's focus. Bitch.
Make me a sandwich, bitch.
Yeah. Well,
Is it that sort of
no, it's
energy
just,
that's going on
it's just
here?
focus, bitch. I think is what it says.
Do your homework, bitch.
Yeah. I found
These
this.
really are. Do they understand that these are the SS Nazi lightning bolts coming out of the eyes?
I remember hearing about that in American History
probably.
X.
Manufactured in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, they're Nazis.
Well, the company is based out of here. I think they make the drink in Portland, but they are based out of Los Angeles. I will say, I think they are just like dumb. I think they just maybe not know that's
The owners of Bitch Slap.
Believe it or not. So according to their website, Bitchslap is a minority woman-owned beverage and entertainment company based in Los Angeles. Sophia Blondell is her name, and she is an entrepreneur who is an unabashed cultural provocateur.
The only way to be a cultural provocateur is to be unabashed.
Does that just mean online troll?
No, that's the weird thing is like, I cannot find shit about this person.
That they've been the pro.
That is such an LA
nothing-
title. That means receives money from parents.
Well, so it says that
They dress crazy and go out to clubs in West Hollywood.
I'm a social provocateur.
well, it says she is highly respected and successful in the fashion world. Her forward fashion sense comes from her love of pop culture, music, and her LA roots. And
Oh, that's cool.
Like I said, cannot find shit about this person. I found their Instagram. She's got less followers than me, which is to say not that many, you know. And
whenever I check, if someone makes some grandiose statement, I check their followers on Instagram.
Well,
I heard someone say the other day that they were like, they specialize in surprises and secrets. Like less than me followers.
But yeah, I finally found her on LinkedIn, and apparently her entree into the fashion world is as a sales representative for a company that sells belts.
And okay. Well, people, I'm wearing a belt right now.
I guess, you know? Got to get into it. It's called Buckle Down. But yeah, and I guess she's got her own clothing line, but I couldn't find anything about where you could buy
provocative. It had to be shut down.
Yeah, so this is seemingly, I guess, like try number 3 in the beverage company. But I found out her husband, Jimmy Blondell, also a co-owner. He was in a Quentin Tarantino knockoff movie in 1998 called Liar's Poker, which starred Flea and the villain from Kindergarten Cop.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Does he have a name, or is that his legal name now?
I didn't bother writing it down. You know, he's got the floppy hair and he's holding the gun to the kid's head and he's screaming at him.
I am always interested in character actors, so I got to see who it is.
Yeah. He also, this is Jimmy Blondell, wrote a comic called Black Jesus and a movie called White Devil.
Wait, he was in Black Jesus?
The comic book. Did you read that?
Oh, I thought you meant like the show on Adult Swim, because there's a show on Adult Swim called Black Jesus.
Oh, really? Maybe it was based on the comic book? Who knows? Well, the world will never know. But that's all the stuff I found out about him, and let's give this a try.
Okay, so this is on the scale of like having to flee to international waters because you're a criminal. This is pretty low on the scale.
This seems like
there's someone out here trying to make
dating an actor who had some shit in the 90s.
Well, I think they've been married for a long time, and I think they're both in their 50s, and they've just kind of been LA people forever. I looked at the people they were
beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, I kind of like the story. Yeah.
No, they're probably dumb idiots, but yeah, it's just a great.
I'd be lucky to create my own bitch slap when I'm 50.
Yeah, this is a story of hope for us.
Seriously.
Yeah. Jimmy, he does follow like Steven Crowder and a bunch of other people like that on Instagram.
You have to be successful.
No surprises. Yeah. Speaking of fake ass guys who smoke cigars, that's he's like
that's that
platonic
whole
ideal.
When I was talking about the group of men who want to be masculine but don't know how,
right?
They've spent their whole life on their fucking smartphone.
Yeah. got the fucking gun holster and all that shit.
I may be fighting restless leg syndrome every day, but I have low T is what it is. It's my low T's to blame.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Got that bitch slap. I actually have not had caffeine today, so I'm happy to have a little extra.
I've had crashing when I got.
I've had less than normal.
Yeah, I had my normal cold brew this morning, but
200 mg's in this bad boy, folks.
Okay, so quite a bit.
Yeah, well, you know,
normal
high end. Yeah,
smells like flat fucking bootleg Sprite.
Yeah,
and it's supposed to be citrus flavored.
It kind of tastes like carbonated lemon lime Gatorade a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I like. It's
not bad.
It's a good flavor. Kind of like it.
Too bad this company probably already doesn't exist anymore.
Dude, it was hard to find stuff about this. Like I really had to run it down. I was
all we could give was the party line about it too.
Yeah,
none of their deep dark secrets.
Yeah, they're not on Facebook, and of course, Twitter won't let you see anybody's likes anymore. So finding out about people's politics is difficult.
I feel bitch slapped though.
It's not bad. It definitely is very similar to lemon lime Gatorade.
Yeah.
That is definitely the closest you could put it comparably.
Yeah, I like it.
You do get like the little bite of the bitterness up front, but it's not super strong because it tastes sugary as fuck.
Yeah.
Even though it's like, 5 calories or some shit?
Zero sugar.
Wow.
And then,
I would pair this with a ham panini.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this would go good with some Jack in the Box, a ham panini.
I was going to say
anything.
Sour cream and onion chips.
That mortadella sandwich we had with the tomatoes and the fresh mozz.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
See, I think there's a certain level of good food where this would ruin it, and that delicious sandwich paired with this, I don't know if that would be good.
Yeah.
You can't have that balsamic vinegar and oil mix and then fucking wash it down with Gatorade flavor shit.
The only pairings for any of these should be like, what Taco Bell item would you have with it?
Oh, Taco Bell would hit hard with this shit.
Yeah, it would hit pretty hard. I would say I would go with like the Stop Sign, Crunchwrap Supreme.
The stop sign.
Did you ever call it that?
No, I have. That's a great thing. Give me one of those stop signs.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna say next time.
That's some Alabama redneck shit. I think.
Yeah.
I'll give you a stop sign. Stop sign.
I mean, it's not even a real fucking Mexican dish. Why not just give it a stupid fucking name like that?
Besmirch its
They're
official
selling
title.
chicken nuggets now. Have we got those yet? And by we, I mean you guys, because I would never touch that shit.
I mean, I would try.
You
anything
got it?
once, Yeah.
So driving back from Pensacola, I was in Atmore, Alabama.
You don't got to make excuses.
Nothing was open.
You don't got
Christmas
to.
break.
You don't got to lie.
I
or
was
make
lonely.
excuses.
The road was. I had white line fever, Sam. You know,
I believe
the
it.
road
I
was
believe
calling
it.
my name. No, it's just literally that was. I pulled over and I was like, "All right, well, I got to do this for science."
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The last time I ate at a Taco Bell, I had plenty of time. I was not forced into it. There was other options around too, and it was in the middle of the day, and it was on fucking PCH, which is it is surely gone now. It is-
Oh, that Taco Bell.
that Taco Bell. Well, I don't know. Is
I
that,
hope it's one of the only things that survived.
No, it's the
in
one
Palisades.
It's the one attached to that gas station.
yeah, in front of that Vons.
I know that Vaughn's is fucking gone. So
And then that Taco Bell's gone.
it's got to be gone.
It's got to be gone. It was like fucking yeah, and I ate it in my car, and I got fucking lettuce all over the floor of my car. It was disgusting, but
Isn't it fun when you clean out your car and you find Taco Bell stuff from
like in
desiccated?
between the fucking chair and the fucking in the console. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
Much like the body parts I described in the dehydrator, you'll find cheese that you can just sort of crumble into powder.
And then you start thinking it's like maybe I should pay someone to clean the inside of my car. Just be super lazy about
Well,
it.
what's the deal with the nuggets? You
Well,
got cut off there.
Yeah, sorry, I was
they're-
reminiscing.
Man, a lot of sinew, a lot of musculature.
No, really?
Dude,
What? How is
fuck,
that? How are they
dude.
seasoned?
not good. I don't know. They had like the Lowry's seasoning salt, the same kind of shit they put on the fries.
Uh-huh.
But then they
Lava
had
veiny nugs.
they were veiny. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe I
that's disgusting.
maybe I got a bad batch, but
That makes me never want to eat chicken from there ever again.
I never eat their meat.
yeah. Well,
Ever.
Yeah.
Anything
That's
that has
probably
meat, substitute it for black beans
Yeah.
every fucking time.
God, that's smart.
yeah.
just- bean
You
and
feel less like shit, too.
Get the Fiesta potatoes, bean and cheese burrito, and then you don't eat dog food on top of it.
Yeah, don't eat the dried, dehydrated beef.
I get the Cantina chicken burrito. That's a good one.
I used to get the Fresca like shit, and I'd be like, that's like a little hack. I'm like saving on the calories. That's all vein chicken.
Yeah, it's really bad when you're at a fast food place being like, okay, how do I get the best calorie option out of this? It's like
that
you
for so long.
don't be at this drive-through is how you do
Yeah,
that.
you go get
Yeah.
groceries.
But yeah, they had a Chipotle ranch for the Taco Bell nuggets, and
Okay.
so ate those, and then it was just like, I don't know what I was expecting, and then drove back to Auburn. So,
So how many out of 5?
oh god, one.
Okay, wow.
It was fried chicken, so like can't be all bad.
I
But
guess we're not allowed. You are allowed to give a 0, but
well, that's the thing. It's like in a pinch, fine, whatever. But
yeah, I mean, if your starvation is the only option,
All we
Yeah.
got are these nuggets.
yeah. That's all I had.
We got a
Yeah.
tortilla.
so you didn't even order a backup item.
No, I did. I think I got the Cantina chicken burrito, but then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll get the little like 6 count or whatever, the smallest amount you can get. And I was
Ugh.
like, hey,
That's worse. This is a worse review than I imagined. I thought they were just going to be a worse version of a chicken McNugget.
like I said, maybe that would have been. I don't know. Maybe I got them on a bad night. Maybe the quality's better here.
I don't know. Taco Bell is like
Oops,
pretty
all
much the
veins.
same
I got
everywhere.
oops all veins.
Ugh.
This is so fucked up, dude.
That's where they send the veiny ones because they know everyone's on a road trip there. They're like,
Yeah.
they're going to be half a mile down the road before they realize the amount of veins in here.
Seriously, makes me want to fucking vomit.
When you're not.
So gross.
What's funny is
It
like
might be the bitch slap.
Yeah, that too.
the town you're talking about, Atmore. There are more prisoners there than anything else. They have a gigantic state prison in
Oh,
Atmore.
God. So,
So
the
you're-
whole city's economy is based around the prison.
So you're kind of right. Nobody's stopping there to live, I guess, unless you live at the casino that they have there.
You know how like some people react like very viscerally.
That's the
to-
worst town in America, possibly. All there is a Taco Bell, a casino, and a giant prison.
Hey, and the
It's also
interstate.
like it's also the most representative city in America. It's like, that is America distilled to its essence.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
steal your money. You can eat like shit, and then we'll throw.
And then you go to
prison.
jail.
Yeah, we got Wind Creek Casino, we got Atmore State Prison, and we got Interstate 65, and that's it.
There's a pretty
God
sunset.
damn.
That's all they got.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Ugh. You know how like some people like react really viscerally to like words like moist?
Yeah,
Or whatever.
I don't understand that.
Well, I feel that way about veins.
Veins.
I mean, when you're putting in the term of putting in that shit in your mouth, yeah, it's pretty goddamn disgusting.
It just reminds me of you ever seen Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors?
Oh, sure.
Where he like fucking rips the veins out of that fucking guy and makes him walk like a marionette puppet. That was like vomit fuel. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, that's pretty freak nasty.
It's freak nasty, but
we
it's
can't deny that.
it wasn't scary, but just made me want to barf. Like, like I don't know, something about veins are so
That's
gross.
like in Alice's restaurant. He goes,
I want to see blood and gore and guts and veins in my teeth.
I want to kill.
Oh, that Arlo Guthrie.
Oh, Arlo's so funny. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm giving Bitchslap 4.5, man. I would drink the shit out of this again. I love lemon lime Gatorade. And
I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'll go 4. I thought it was pretty good.
yeah, shout out to the Blondells.
It's not bad, but I couldn't see myself consistently buying this, so I'm going to go 3.5.
Yeah.
I'm going to be harsh on it.
Okay.
I think that this is the most fair assessment we've done of one of these thus far.
Yeah, I think so. And I will say on their Instagram, they do a video every time a new gas station adds Bitchslap.
So there's like 5 videos on the whole fucking
I think
page.
there's like 40. It's like 40
Explains
something.
the follower count.
There's some guys doing grinds at Venice Beach on the rails down there,
Okay.
doing rad shit. So they're getting out there. They're doing their thing.
Fucking bitch slap.
They've only been around like 2 years, so they're doing all right, I suppose. Yeah, I would drink that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we have no idea. They could be killing it.
Yeah,
This is probably just one of those investment schemes where they get a bunch of investors, legitimately make a product, but then just pocket all the money.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know. We tried to sell it to some meth heads in Venice. It didn't work out.
yeah.
Meanwhile, they're running to the bank.
Yeah. Well, they're also walking kind of a little razor's edge here with Liquid Death, I feel like.
With the Nazi lightning bolts coming out of the eyes.
Well, there's that, but they've got the old English,
Just the font,
old English font. Like, I guess there's nothing Liquid Death can do, but if they wanted to fuck with them, they could.
I mean,
They could send a cease and desist.
Because
but
I honestly, I saw
but
this.
it's certainly
and was-
biting their style in terms of the approach of like being like bitch slap motherfucker. It's like, oh, it's kind of a mild energy
They
drink.
got the gold top can, like
Yeah.
everything. Like when I saw this, I was like, "Oh, Liquid Death did an energy drink," and then I read up, was like, "Nope, just these people are just
every
Yeah,
energy
their
drink
shit.
design
Kind of looks like a Guinness can.
yeah, a little bit."
Every energy drink can design rips off every other one, basically.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's a lawless fucking landscape.
And
these
then
people
the
occupy.
thing is, to get sued, you have to actually be making money.
Yeah,
You know? So Bitchslap is pretty fucking in the clear there.
It's all parody law until someone's making some money.
Yeah, exactly. If Liquid Death ever feels like they're fucking getting some money taken out of their pockets, sure.
yeah.
Yeah, right now they don't even know this exists. Somebody's finding out. Somebody who works at Liquid Death is finding out right now by listening to this podcast.
That's right. They're like, wait, the wife of the guy who was in the Tarantino knockoff movie starring Flea,
The
did
floppy
this
haired guy, right?
to me. Flea of the Red Hot Chili Peppers did this to moi. This will not stand. I'm a convicted melon.
As he's taking toilet water and putting it in a can.
Yeah.
All day I face the barren waste without the taste of water, cool water. Cold and I with throats burned dry and souls that cry for water. Cool, clear water.
So when I was back in Auburn at Christmas time, did some little food reviews for all my favorite places around town, and this was something I happened upon because I was like, I wonder what is even still open, because a lot of the places I used to like to go are not there anymore. So I did a little Google search of restaurants in Auburn, Alabama, and there's a place that I've passed by before. I've never eaten there, but I will say they have always been nice enough to let me put up comedy posters whenever I do shows in town. And not just in their windows, but the employees are just like, dude, just put it anywhere. And so literally I can just like put posters in front of just on the wall in front of the trash can. It's lawless as hell.
Sure.
Okay, I like that.
But yeah, never actually eaten there. I want to stress that because the place is called Eddie's Calzones.
Okay.
And it is literally in the middle of Mellow Mushroom and Little Italy. So like if I want to get a calzone, I would go to either of those places first.
Sure. The Little Italy district of Auburn.
Little Shittily, yeah. Recently reviewed by Dave Portnoy.
Oh, really?
He went down there for one of the Auburn games, and he was just like, "This is drunk pizza."
This is the most drunk pizza in the history of like all It's exactly what it's for. Like they have the pitchers of beers. It's exactly what it's a college pizza. 6'4". That's about what it. No. Ooh, that's a right there score. That's what your old people were telling me.
Hey, somebody grab a beer.
It's floppy.
Yeah.
No crisp to it. Fuck this town. Vote Trump.
So he gave it like I think he gave it like a 6.5 or 7 or something like that. But
Got to be fair.
yeah, exactly. He's like, but if I'm in college and I'm drunk, yeah, all right, Little Italy.
All right, mate.
I don't know why.
I'm Dave Portnoy.
Yeah. I don't know why you went from Boston to.
How often do you get a calzone? For me, it's almost never.
It's too fucking much.
Exactly.
Usually, yeah.
Usually about Italian food, I'm like, oh, it's just going to give me indigestion. I've been kind of into it lately. But I don't know.
Is that your go-to? A calzone?
No,
A
for Italian
calzone,
food?
as I call them.
Yeah.
A calzone? No, I mean, like, it's either pizza or pasta. I don't think I usually skip on the calzone.
I had some lovely pasta this weekend at Cheesecake Factory.
Ooh. Fuck yeah. What'd you get? Did you get some Creole, some Cajun?
I just went regular. It was just tomato, basil, fucking chicken, some mozzarella in there. It was very basic because the last time, as you know, I got the chicken parm pizza style.
Yes.
Which caused me to get a El Pollo Loco delivery on the podcast.
That's right.
And then admit the shame of what I had eaten, which was a pounded flat chicken breast with fucking cheese, tomato sauce, and then a dollop of fettuccine Alfredo covered noodles on top. And I've never felt worse after eating a meal. Straight up, never felt worse.
Even the Nightmare Dominoes?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
Fucking way worse than Nightmare Dominoes. Because Nightmare Dominoes, I woke up the next day after having the nightmares and it was over. The chicken parm pizza style was like I was hungover, like when I used to drink heavily. I felt like shit all day. I couldn't eat.
Yeah.
Waking nightmare.
I was just drinking water, hoping it would hydrate me, and it just wasn't working.
They have to inject like salt and butter into the every. I mean, the calorie count on it, because they do give the calorie count on all their entrees.
Oh
right?
yeah.
It had to be like 2,000 plus. Or
People. Yeah, I ordered one of the ones that was less, but people at the table were ordering off the Skinnylicious menu.
Skinnylicious.
They have an alternate menu because they do put the calorie count on everything, and people go in there and they're just like, "What the fuck? Are you kidding me? I'm not going to order a menu item that has 2,500 calories." So they have ones that are basically just like either lighter portions, or I guess it's probably the same thing with less butter or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that should be in the most representative American town is a Cheesecake Factory across from a jail.
Oh, I told the people I was with that Rivers says this is the most American restaurant that he tells foreigners to go to.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong.
You have to see it. It must be seen to be believed.
I want to have like a table.
Yeah.
At Cheesecake Factory that like they're always like, just drag me to my table. I gotta go there so often.
I'd be interested to hear. So if you're listening and you live in Europe or any country that's, I think this is probably true in Canada, but if you live overseas somewhere, tweet at us, join the Discord, tell me if this is true. Because in America, there's a thing of like, this is why Cheesecake Factory is, sort of exceptional, is that if you go into a place that has just a gigantic menu, it usually sucks, because if they're doing teriyaki chicken and wings and fucking cheesecake and tacos,
and fried shrimp, and
You know.
pasta, and salads.
Yeah. Jack of all trades,
Steaks.
master of none, right?
You're gonna get something that's freezer burnt and will give you fucking food poisoning.
Yeah. Whereas Cheesecake Factory,
They do it all pretty well.
No misses. I don't think I've had anything there
Yeah,
that
but
wasn't.
here's the thing: there's no misses because you haven't tried the 65 fucking items on the menu. I guarantee you, there's some misses in there.
there thrice, you know.
You've been there 3 times,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I might have been there more than you at this point.
Yeah.
Not to get bougie with it, but do you guys fuck with Hillstone?
I
I don't even know what that is. So you're bougie as fuck.
Oh, but it's a chain.
Yeah.
It's a fucking chain.
Well,
But
my question though is like, if you live overseas, is that a thing in other countries where there are restaurants that just have a bajillion items, or is that
No,
is that an
can't
American thing? I feel like everywhere I've ever gone overseas has just been like, here's our thing we do. That's
Yeah,
kinda it.
we don't have 12 different genres of
Right.
cuisine.
So that
you're
makes
gonna go to
it
this restaurant. What kind of restaurant is it? It's food.
Yeah.
food restaurants.
It's
Yeah.
sugar and butter restaurant. There's cheese and bread also.
But yeah, I was home. I was looking at Google and looking at some restaurants and stuff like that, and then I passed by Eddie's Calzones. And I was like, oh yeah, that place. I know, never been there, but I know the spots. And I happened to notice that out of over 300 reviews, they were sitting at like 2.53. And that means some people not so happy with Eddie's Calzones.
Yeah, usually people don't leave reviews just for the food. It's usually about employee interaction.
Oh,
where they get
yes.
all pissed off.
Yes.
It's like, well, this is on Yelp. It has 2.5.
Google and Yelp, as we'll get into it. Yeah.
That's like absurdly low. I mean, like
oh yeah.
shitty restaurants are like 3.5.
Right. I think in some places it's lower, but we'll talk about it. So on their website, they call themselves Eddie's Calzones. They are technically a chain. They have 3 locations,
Okay.
all southern college towns: Athens, Georgia, home of University of Georgia; Columbia, South Carolina, home of the University of South Carolina; and Auburn, home of Auburn University. So that's their 3 locations, and that's why they call themselves the official calzone of college.
Wow. Okay.
And so their whole thing is they're open till 4 a.m. and they're like, we're drunk food for stupid kids. Like,
Yeah.
that's-
Pour some cheese on that hangover.
Right. Well, that is their vibe. They have some of the restaurants apparently have like 420 specials and shit like that. So,
Nice. Okay.
they're like one of those.
So they're real Italian.
Yes, exactly. They got that like whole like, we don't care how you got the munchies, just how you get rid of them. Like that kind of thing.
Straight from our Nana's kitchen to your pile of vomit.
And the bottom, but then there's like this weird thing at the bottom. It says, we are not associated with any other calzone company. They hate us because they ain't us.
Ooh.
And I was like,
Anytime you take a really aggressive stand against other other hypothetical
Your
calzone
quote-unquote
companies,
competitors.
you're begging people to be like, okay, who said something?
Yeah, well,
Is there like a Freddy's calzone or something?
yes, there is.
Okay.
So I want to stress, they don't got pizza. They got calzones and they got wings and pizza
What a
accoutrement.
terrible fucking idea for a business. They don't have pizza?
Just calzones, yeah. Because I think they actually do make those in-house. Most of, and again, everything that I'm about to say from here on out, for entertainment purposes only, allegedly. But according to a great deal of the things that I read online, people were like, this is frozen chicken fingers, frozen whatever, and they don't have a fryer. They just run it through the oven, kind of a thing.
So
and
it's
then
just nasty
toss it in
Domino's
sauce.
wings.
Yeah, but again, it's like, if your market is drunk college students, then like,
Who cares?
you can get away with it to some extent, I think.
Oh, they got young stomachs,
Yeah. They'll live.
It's not going to give them cancer right
taste
now.
buds aren't developed enough.
Yeah. So most of this comes from Hillary Butchick writing for Athens Banner Herald.
Butt check?
Butchick.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So Edward Southworth, he is the former employee of a calzone chain called DP Dough, based in
Double
Columbus.
penetration dough.
Yes, exactly.
Thanks for saying it. We were all thinking it.
It's right there.
You got it.
But yeah, they're based out of Columbus, Ohio, and he was a delivery driver, store manager, and then eventually he says he saved up enough tip money to buy his own franchise of DP Dough.
Yeah, that's a fucking lie.
And I was like, Like, yeah, that seems.
You were dealing cocaine.
Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Yes.
I'm a comedian. I just say nothing. Nothing I say is factual.
That's
we can
right.
all agree.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get a rise out of people.
So he eventually leaves DP Dough, opens up Eddie's Calzones in Columbia, South Carolina, and DP Dough files a lawsuit against him, alleging
It's that DP though.
Yeah, not DP Dough. So they say that he violated his, his contract as a franchisee. They're like, hey, you can't just have access to our menu for years, leave our shit, and then open up the exact same restaurant. Is their argument? And
People do that all the time.
yes, that's what Raising Cane's fucking is. The whole thing. So
Guthrie's is the orig, right?
yeah,
We've talked about this once,
1965, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, Matt Crumpton is the CEO of DP Dough. He said in a press release that Eddie's store was a quote unquote knockoff version of his store. And sometime in 2015,
red hot quote.
and they're about to go to war here in Georgia because in 2015, DP Dough and Eddie's Calzones are competing for a contract to get this storefront, and it's like it's a bidding war. But I guess Eddie didn't know that it was DP Dough trying to get the storefront, and he wins it, finds out that it was DP Dough, and then offers to sell them the contract for the storefront for I think $500,000, and DP Dough was just like no, and they opened a DP Dough 0.3 miles away.
Oh, this is some dirty business right here.
Yeah. This is all going down in downtown Athens, which has hundreds of restaurants. Like the restaurant and bar market of Athens, Georgia is crazy fucking competitive. If anybody wonders why so many amazing bands came out of Athens, it's because their downtown has over 100 venues and then bars and restaurants to match. It's extremely busy, right? So opening up roughly the same restaurant 0.3 miles away is just aggressively fucking with that person.
Sure.
And DP Dough alleged that Eddie's, as a retaliation for opening up next to him, they printed off some nearly identical menus. Personally, I don't, we'll put this up on Discord and Twitter so people can see it.
One's red, the other one's black.
Straight up, dude. They're the same goddamn menu.
Is the picture even different?
It's slightly different, but not. It looks like it's just kind of turned sideways and stretched. Yeah. It's not unlike the dough itself.
The 4 a.m. placement is
everything.
Every single bit of it.
Like every single thing about these two pictures are the same, basically.
To get the same.
See what?
So where are you going to get your shitty calzone from? Either from double penetration dough or from Eddie's,
or from fast fucking Eddie's.
See, the just logically stupid thing about this is you could be advertising for your competitor.
Yes.
Because the people looking at this don't know the fucking difference. Why would they look at the name at the top? Everything else is the fucking same.
Yeah, that's true.
So DP Dough also alleges that Eddie even stole the wording of their About Us section on the website. This is an example. So DP Dough's website says, if you're hungry, parentheses, especially late at night, sometimes a pepperoni pizza just won't cut it. And then Eddie's version, if you're hungry, especially when no one else is open, sometimes your girlfriend doesn't want to make you a sandwich.
Oh, shit.
So I like that Eddie is sitting there. He copied and pasted their About Us and was just like, all right, let me do some changes here.
Fucking sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I'm funny. I can just write it myself.
Yeah.
So DP Dough would go on to have
I don't want a pepperoni pizza. I want a calzone.
DP Dough would go on to have their lawsuit thrown out. So the judge was just like, yeah, he didn't breach contract by starting a new business. You know.
Care. Have your calzone wars outside of the courtroom.
Exactly. Yeah. Jeez. Let them walk. But yeah, now we're getting to the reviews. So like we always talk about the idea of fuck around jobs. And if you just read the Yelp and Google reviews, apparently, allegedly, entertainment purposes only, Eddie's Calzone is the biggest fuck around job of all time. Like the people working there hate you. They hate the business. They hate their jobs. And I fucking support this. I absolutely
They would let you put flyers up. They rule.
That's what I'm talking about.
They're probably really happy that you didn't order anything.
Yes.
When you came to the front, they're like, oh, thank God. You just want to put paper? Yeah. Fuck yeah. Dude,
fucking
go.
Tape it up in front of my register.
Yeah.
No, just tape it on the POS system. It's fine.
Tape it over the open sign, please.
Yeah.
2 seconds later, some drunk college student ripped your thing off the wall and wiped his ass with it.
I mean, hey, as long as the message got out there that Coffee Cat was having some funnies, you know?
Sure.
So interestingly, this bad review thing is not limited just to Auburn. It appears to apply pretty much with all of the restaurants. So currently, I mentioned Auburn sits at 3 stars with 262 reviews, but I have collected some of the best bad Google reviews from all 3 Eddie's Calzone locations, and they are fucking insane. So before I read these, I do want to say Eddie's a fucking bulldog, man. He goes at people in the most passive aggressive way in the reviews.
Oh man,
Well, that's how you know the restaurants are badly run. It's owned by an owner who doesn't give a fuck.
Dude, one guy said
the replies from the manager are always so uncomfortable on Yelp. It's like, sorry you had a bad experience. Maybe if you pulled your head out of your fucking ass.
Straight up. Eddie, there was a guy who was like complaining that his calzone was too hard and he couldn't cut it with a knife, and he was basically just like, you're eating it fucking wrong. He was like, you're supposed to dip it in the marinara and bite it long ways,
In the
dummy.
marinara.
Yeah.
Dip it in the sauce, you fuckhead.
That's pretty much what he said. This was my favorite bar from Eddie. He says, quote, some guy who was like, the food sucks. And he was like, this is an outright lie, an attempted slander. Also, I see that you were Google friends with someone who was fired for not showing up for work 4 of his 5 shifts last week.
Google friends? you can have friends
That's what
on
I
Google.
wrote. You
There
can
used to be
friends on
Google
Google.
Plus.
Yeah, but this is from like 2000. They opened in 2018.
How many
or
followers
something.
do you have on Google?
I don't fucking know, but yeah, and he goes,
Just the federal government.
he's like, you're Google friends with a guy I fired, and that renders your review meaningless and emotion based. It's just that sentence tells me everything I need to know about fucking Eddie.
Yeah.
But
If you got to go into Eddie's emotionless.
oh yeah,
You gotta-
yeah, oh yeah,
Just
bloodless.
blood like a vampire, just completely in need of sustenance. You should have crawled there.
Also, there was somebody on there posting as the owner says that they have officially, as of March of last year, changed ownership. So I think Eddie's not there anymore, if the Google reviews are to be believed. But
So it's just calzones.
who knows? Yeah, but it's still called Eddie's, I guess. I have no idea.
That still carries his good name.
Yeah. So again, these are culled from Yelp and Google reviews across 3 stores. I've edited some of these reviews for clarity and length. Anyone is allowed to comment on the internet. So again, everything that we're saying about Eddie is from here on out is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So these are some comments left on Google and Yelp for Eddie's Calzones in Columbia, South Carolina, Athens, Georgia, and Auburn, Alabama.
Okay. Did we start her off?
Yeah.
For some dumbass reason, my fat ass went to Eddie's again last night. This is worst decision ever. The pink hair lady is the worst. She was yelling at everyone.
Oh, yeah.
If y'all don't fucking shut up, no one's gonna get no calzone.
The pink-haired lady is a fucking demon, and she keeps showing up in the Columbia one.
I'm seeing
Everybody.
references to a purple hair.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's the same girl.
Oh, yeah. Read that one, Sam.
Why is there a lunch
Which
lady?
one? which one about the purple hair? I see 2 different ones
Oh,
here.
yeah. Hit us
Wow.
with them, and I'll hit you with mine.
The woman with purple hair did not wash her hands once. We watched her touch bus stubs, then touch other people's money, then touch calzones coming out of the oven with her bare hands. She's touching calzones out of the oven with her bare hands. That means she's calloused
fucking
as
crazy.
shit.
Yeah, she's psycho.
We asked her a refund and got it, but also received a lot of attitude with it.
Well,
This one says, I asked the young lady with purple hair at the counter if she had any suggestions. Her reply, I don't eat bread. And I said, that was fine, but could she recommend menu items that were frequently ordered? Her reply this time, I'm not here to help. I'm just here to take orders. After I ordered, she began to throw items around the kitchen, almost trying to get my attention. She started making my calzone. While doing so, she said, can you go sit down? She's on demon time, and I fucking love her.
Here's the second one.
Yeah.
Woman with purple hair at the register was very rude to my boyfriend at all. And all we did was order our food and leave. On our way out, she told us to have the day you deserve.
Yes.
wow.
Yes.
What a passive aggressive burn in hell.
Dude, I love have
Have the day you deserve, you fucker.
I mean, this reminds me of like the older people I worked with at shitty kitchen jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The rage that exists inside of them every day is so much.
It is the amount of restraint it takes to just not fully unload it into someone's face like a customer is
Man.
I mean, everyone who's had a job like this wants to have like the one like purge day where you can just scream at a customer and be like, fuck you, you idiot. Why are you even here?
Oh, absolutely.
What is your favorite item or whatever? I had a manager that would just lie and be like, I'm vegetarian, so I like the vegetarian sandwich, and just know everyone would not want that.
Right.
Because he was like, look, just when they come in and suggest something and see what happens, they never order what you suggest. No. Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm a man of discerning taste too. That's why I asked you what you like.
Yeah.
This is from Gabe R. This is 6 years ago. Guy working the counter was nice and accommodating, but Rob, quote unquote, asked my friend if she would, quote, let her drink pour out of her mouth between her tits and over her cunt. Good Lord. So that he could drink it from there. This was, shall we say, not appreciated. A person like that has no place working in public and interacting with customers. Welcome to 2019.
Hell yeah, baby.
Wow, dude.
Man.
So wait, the guy working the counter was nice, but Rob...
Who the fuck is Rob?
I think Rob is the friend of the guy working the counter who's just back there.
Just drunk as shit.
Yeah, and he's like, let me drink off your titties.
Yeah.
I've been the guy who's just been allowed to drink on the shift of someone else's shift.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I don't even fucking work here, dude.
Yeah, dude, you just get
you're asking the
shit-faced.
wrong motherfucker.
Like,
dude.
yeah, I'm just here because I brought weed to smoke in the walk-in.
But there's a level of like psychopathy to that. Like, it's not even just like being like, yeah, show me your titties. It's let her drink out. Let me pour the drink out of her mouth between her tits and over her cunt.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
That's not the first time.
That's
you said
serial
that
killer
phrase.
shit. Yeah. Yeah, that is serial killer
He's got
shit.
a very specific thing he likes.
Dude, this is a great one right here.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff M. from 1 year ago. I left instructions not to knock on the door because it was late. They did it anyways. My dog started barking and woke up my baby. Also, my order was wrong and someone had purposely shaken the Sprite bottle, causing it to spray everywhere when I opened it. I am not talking just a little bit. Probably half the bottle sprayed all over myself in my kitchen. Most likely the restaurant was not happy about me ordering the delivery so late. They stay open till 4 a.m.
And then a guy named Rob knocked on my door to drink it out of my crotch.
Let me drink it off from your car.
That's so, because that's another thing you do if you just hate your job. Like, dude, you know what's funny? Just shake up the soda on the way to their house.
I like
Fuck with them.
Sprays all over their fucking face.
I like this lady, Cheryl P. 3 years ago. Bad business is not delivering an order, but charging the customer, not giving a refund, and then trying to intimidate a woman who cannot be intimidated? Nice try. Cheryl's on the fucking warpath, dude.
Oh, dude.
Don't fuck with Cheryl.
This is during the pandemic, so this is 5 years ago.
Yeah.
When I came in with my family, they had South Park playing loudly on Netflix. It was talking about the Virgin Mary bleeding from her rectum. Like, come on now. That's
an old episode, too.
Yeah, come on now.
You've had time to adjust to the reality where that episode exists.
That's just you need to get used to the real world.
Yeah, it's
buddy.
got the statue. And,
Well, I never.
yeah, come on.
A lot of these are really going after the behavior at the restaurant.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
an actual review of the food. The wings taste like when you accidentally swallow ocean water at the beach. 50-cent wings, more like 50-cent wang.
Yeah, that's
I would
right.
give this place 0 stars if I could.
Oh,
50
man.
cent wang,
50
more
cent
like.
wang.
Yeah, that's a cheap wang. 50 cents for a penis.
Like 50-cent dicks, yeah.
This is one of my favorite things I've ever read. Anna R. 2 years ago told the guy at the counter that my beer was flat. He just poured it into another cup and said, "It's a Mexican lager."
That fucking kind of rules, though.
I love it.
I love that.
It's not your beer. Just pour another cup. No, fuck you. I'm going to piss on your leg and tell you it's raining.
Also, someone going to a bar and be like, my beer's flat.
Yeah, especially in a college town.
on.
Like, come on, man.
The employee who checked me out had a frightening attitude. She was yelling to other employees across the restaurant. I went up to the counter after a while because I figured it would be ready soon. She told me to sit back down because if I was standing up, quote, other customers are going to come in and stand at the counter and order food.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like this is pink-haired lady, but
It might be, yeah. I fucking love that, though. It's just, hey, we don't want people thinking we're open. Sit your dumb ass down.
Here's a short and sweet one by Chandler L. Active drug dealing in the store with workers and customers that would come in and off the street.
nice.
Michelle C., I'm just here to say that you have no right to taser anyone for using the bathroom. And I was like, okay, that's fucking crazy. And then she goes, and even less of a right to harass people and to be rude as heck to them. I was like, hold on, go back to the part where they tasered you.
Or I think they tasered someone else.
I mean,
I think they witnessed a taser. And this is like when I looked at the reviews of the 7-Eleven down the street and someone was like, the guy at the cash register hit some guy in the head with a stick. And they were complaining about it on their behalf, you know?
It seems like this is known as a place that you shouldn't work, right? Like,
no, you should. You absolutely should.
to get the experiences.
There's shit on there about where they're like, I watched this employee not make my food and just vape over dough.
Like waterfall the vape.
Yeah, so there's just like a guy like leaning over the dough, vaping. And,
You're not wrong.
On his phone.
Anthony B says the manager kept sitting down on the floor behind the counter.
I love that one.
Then he'd get up and never washed his hands. So you know he's using his hands to brace himself when he's getting off the floor.
Yes, and then fucking making food probably.
Connor C., this is hot off the press. This is a week ago.
Yeah.
Ordered pickup and went in 20 minutes after ordering, and the staff were smoking weed inside the establishment next to the food and oven.
Fuck yeah,
They're
dude.
blessing the food, dude.
This one, our Ryan T. a year ago. I walked in and there was a couple standing at the counter. I joined in line behind them. The worker, after a few minutes, walks over to the counter and just stares at the couple. The worker neither greets nor asks them anything, but just stares. I'm like, R.I.P. David Lynch, man. That is some David Lynch shit of just the fucking guy just staring into the middle distance.
He stared at me and yelled.
Yeah. All right, now what I want you to do is to wrestle with God. Okay, and
Let
rolling.
me drink it out of your mouth, between your tits, and over your cunt.
That's so fucking vile and crude. Here's two.
That was my friend Rob.
Here's two that are in the same vein. One's short, one's longer. Braxton H. ordered food online for pickup. The doors are locked. I can see the workers inside. They won't answer the door or pick up the phone.
And he's yelping outside the restaurant. He's on his phone being like, I see you, motherfuckers.
And here's an even crazier version of that same thing. Brittany C., 5 years ago. I ordered around midnight the other day. About 1, they called and asked if we could just pick up the food because they could not find our house. So we ended up driving over. We got there around 1:30 a.m. The door was locked, even though it says they close at 4 a.m. The guy at the door almost did not let us in. He said, I shouldn't be doing this. Even though he was the one who told us to come pick it up from the store.
It's like, you guys have really fucking pissed me off tonight. You know that, right?
I think they just show up to work and start drinking and take Xanax or something.
For sure.
I love it.
Celeste H says, every time I come in, there's no one at the counter and no one ever comes up to the counter.
Stacy C says, we ordered mozzarella sticks and they were all empty. No cheese.
How is that even possible?
Just fried, like fried bread and
the
cheese.
breading.
Yeah.
That's not a mozzarella stick. It's just a stick.
Yeah. So they somehow removed the cheese.
They're just like, I want that shit.
Sheaths?
But yeah, that is.
I want
that
a
is
fried
crazy.
sheath, please.
That is like putting effort into giving bad service.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, dude. This is
crazy.
aggressive.
Here's a review of the actual food from Brock J. 3 years ago. The dough went bad. Smelled like magic markers. Only a couple of people really cover the food, so maybe for the most part the food's good.
Well, no,
I mean, they have 3 locations.
There was, like I said, I edited a lot of these for link. They went into detail about the food, and basically everybody was just like freezer burnt. You'd
Tastes
be
like
better off
fuck.
going to freezer section of Walmart, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I just love how menacing the employees are.
I'm telling you, dude. Yeah,
They go out of their way way to fuck with people.
Like how they fucked with Jessica W. She goes, "Where do I start? First off, if you wanted my truck moved away from your business, then you should just have called the tow truck, not stab my back passenger tire."
Edward slashed her tire.
That's amazing. Edward Southworth.
That doesn't fix the problem of them being there at all.
That keeps them there.
That's why all this is great. It's like pulling mozzarella out of the mozzarella sticks. It's just creating more work for you.
Yeah.
It's just purely malicious.
This will be worth it to see the look on their fucking faces.
This will teach them a fucking lesson.
Ever asked me to do something that I'm here to do? Amazing,
That's my favorite part is how
Was that the whole thing?
Edward Southworth, that is very, very bad for your business.
yeah, slashing my tires because I parked in your fucking parking spot.
Jesus Christ, man.
God.
Yeah, I get wanting to go there out of morbid curiosity.
That's the thing. Yeah, me and a friend of the show and friend of life, Miles Bug, and I that's when I discovered this. I was like sitting at Miles' house. I was like, you ever read the reviews for Eddie's Calzones? And we were just reading these, just fucking howling, man.
Dude, these are like tiki adult theater level.
Yeah, like almost.
Here's another just absolute fuck you to Will H. Could be Will Hines. 6 years ago. Comedian Will Hines, this happened.
Sure, improv master.
Ordered one pepperoni calzone. Waited 3.5 hours only to get a call that my order had been canceled.
Oh, man.
Yeah, your order's been canceled. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Wait,
the fact that they even called 3.5 hours later is crazy.
Hey, by the way, fuck you. What do you think about that, Will? Hey, this is Eddie. I just wanted to say, suck a dick, and they hang up.
How dare you order from my establishment? Dakota L. This is a year ago, so this is relatively recently. I ordered a delivery at about 11:45 with an ETA of 12:30. A driver showed up at 2 and did not speak or look at me. But her passenger told me
that's my favorite is delivering. You've got just the person in the car.
Just come with me. Let's go to these fuckheads' house.
Close, lock the doors. Let's go.
Just come with me. It'll be quick.
Yeah.
But her passenger told me that they had given my order to somebody else and didn't have any food for me.
Yes.
Why even go? Why fucking go to their house?
That's what I mean. That's why I like it, because they're the devil.
We don't have it. We gave it to someone else, but just to let you know, you're fucking stupid.
This is like Xanax meth behavior.
This is Xanax
where
behavior.
You just show up and you're like, yeah, something stupid's happening. I can't explain it beyond that later.
Some men want to watch the world burn.
Yeah, straight up. Eddie wants to watch the world burn.
I gained this sandwich with precious stones.
I read one where they were like, they put my order in the bush in front of my apartment.
Yeah, insane. Did not offer to replace the order or refund it. They drove off before I could say a word. And then they hit the gate to my apartment complex on the way out and broke it.
Yes.
Xanax
Fuck
behavior.
yes.
100%.
I love it.
I'm gonna fuck you after disappointing this guy.
That's like,
They gave us entrance with precious stones.
we're taking your money. We're making you wait for an incredibly long amount of time. We're coming to your house and then actively being like, fuck you, and then also breaking the gate on the way out.
They shouldn't have knocked on his door. They should be like, get out here.
Just like fired a gun into the
Get out here.
Okay, here's the last one on mine. And now this is one where I'm like, I think the Yelper might be in the wrong here.
Yeah, there's a couple of these.
Okay.
Because based on everything else about these people not wanting to work, this one doesn't make any sense. I was walking past the place one night, got harassed by a man sitting at a table outside advertising free beer inside. So after thinking about it, it's pretty obvious this place paid this man to harass pedestrians as they walk by in an attempt to draw them inside. Absolutely ridiculous.
No, that's Rob.
Yeah, that's just a drunk guy fucking with you.
Yeah.
That's the business does not want people coming in there.
No.
Not at all.
The employees would definitely not hire anyone whose job was to bring more customers in. Also, that guy definitely didn't even go inside to check it out. He's just like, I thought about it more.
Yeah. This person says, I ordered through DoorDash. They left out 2/3 of my order.
Nice.
So I had to go to the store. When I got there, the very unprofessional person argued with me about the order. He then called his manager and told him that I was in the wrong, and he threw his tip jar at me.
Whoa.
He then followed me out to my car and tried to film me while he was harassing me. Flipping on you. You try to Karen me, I'm going to Karen you first. Yeah.
Fuck you. How's that?
I love
beat your ass.
I love that.
I'll beat your fucking
Just
ass.
film it. Oh my god. Yeah, along those same lines, E.T. 3 years ago, while we were there as paying customers, 1, they wouldn't give us water without paying for it. 2, they would not let us use the bathroom. 3, the cashier tried to fight another customer. And 4, the cashier threatened to shoot us. And 5, their chicken tenders were just okay.
Yeah, and most egregiously, very, very mediocre chicken tendies.
That one might not be an empty threat. The last one that I've got is Seth M. from 2 years ago. The cashier was rude, but the biggest issue of the night was when one of the cooks pulled out a literal gun while in the kitchen and just started pointing it at us.
What the
You want to die tonight? You want to fucking die tonight? I just want my calzone.
I just want to go to my family.
You're going to fucking die, bitch.
I just wanted a buffalo chicken ranch. My kids embrace.
Like, you could just go sit in line at McDonald's. You know.
He said they started pointing at us in an attempt to scare us off, I suppose. The food is all right, but the people that work there are trash.
Food was all right. I mean, it must be an amazing calzone,
Yeah,
dude.
that's what I'm saying. Dude.
Like, it must be fucking amazing for people to be like, it's okay.
There's a guy with a fucking...
Guy put a gun in my mouth and he asked me if I wanted to talk to the devil tonight. And I was like, well,
how's the ham and spinach? Good? Okay. Fucking God, dude. Yeah, legendary crew at Eddie's.
wow. I tell you what.
You got any others on there?
Here's the last two. David H. from 4 months ago. The only worker there ignored us for 10 minutes. She finally came over and my wife started ordering, but she cut my wife off and said, not yet.
I love that so
That's
much.
pretty awesome.
So I got it. Not yet. Like, oh, fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Idiot says what? Idiot says what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Can I have a calzone? Shut up.
You ever seen a switchblade? A real one?
You know what it is to die and to be reborn again? Can I have a salad? And this is the last one I got. This is just more of this is just egregious. They messed up my order and told me I would get the order for free. I ended up getting charged more than double the amount of my original order on my card.
Fucking hilarious.
Oh my god! And that's not even like insidious. Like they just fucked it up. You know what I mean? They just they put it in twice, and they're like, "No, it's probably free.
Yeah.
It's probably good. I think you're good.
How do I
just take it, dude? Just take it and go.
How do I delete the order ×2? Okay, that whatever.
Our POS system is kind of giving us some trouble, so just take it. Just fucking leave, please. Do you want to die tonight?
I'm trying to wonder how old all these employees are.
Oh,
they're either like
college kids,
20 or they're like 45.
These are.
Yeah.
I've walked into a Little Caesars before where they're smoking weed inside.
Hell
Everyone was obviously very fucked up.
Yeah.
I've been to Little Caesars where a girl was like smoking meth right before I got in there.
Yeah.
She was like leaning her head up in this like top shelf area behind multiple boxes. And then when I came in and I saw her like move her head back and blow out the meth smoke, she had the fucking pipe in her hand.
She cranks her head around like fully Exorcist style and looks at you and goes, pizza, pizza.
Yeah. And the Little Caesars in Austin are not as popular. So this is back then, there's nothing to do but smoke meth in the store.
Damn. But it's also, it's stupid of people to be like, have a little pride in your job.
Yeah.
You know, like they treat their employees like shit. So,
So bring a gun.
bring a gun. I say bring a gun.
Yeah, if you think you can take Charlie on the calzone oven, then bring a gun.
When you see someone that pisses you off who orders a calzone, I say put a gun in their face.
Yeah, so
I don't like the cut of your jib, fella.
I didn't like when you had the gun pointed at me. That was the worst part.
I got to tell you though, that calzone was like a solid 7.
Yeah, like most of the description of the food were just people being like, "This tasted like dough." I'm like, it is dough and cheese.
Well, the next time you go, you have to go to Eddie's
I
just to
know.
see if you can get your fucking order.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, we should do the food. do the food review, but it would turn into a full-length podcast.
You're gonna go there, and it's gonna be like a fucking Requiem for a Dream, ass to mouth thing in the middle of the fucking.
You got to go there secretly filming the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Get like a shirt with a pocket in the front, stick your cell phone in there on video mode.
Ooh,
and just walk in and see what the fuck happens.
If I'm not mistaken, I think the next time I'm going to be in Auburn will be around graduation, and it seems like the time to see this place in its full effect is when it's crowded as shit. So go on like late night on graduation night or the night before. Oh yeah,
going on the Xanax shift.
They'll be popping, dude. They'll be hating everything. They'll be getting orders, stuff like that. Man, they'll be having to do the thing.
They'll be firing guns in the kitchen.
I'm also like, how much is this? Like, would you just give up at a certain point?
No, because there's nothing else open in Auburn, and if you're fucked up, like, because a lot of people, like the customers, I actually do feel bad for are people.
All
of
them, every single one of these reviewers.
I don't know. Well, some of the ones that I got, I was just like, okay, you're being a little, because they do have the whole thing with they don't let the DoorDash people, I guess, deliver shit. So if you order off DoorDash, it'll be like, we're going to have it there in 15 minutes, but they don't let the DoorDashers get it. They make their own drivers take it to you. And so DoorDash is like, it'll be 15 minutes. And Eddie's is like, nah, we're back the fuck up.
Yeah.
But there's no way to communicate it. So there is a certain, you can definitely, point the finger at Silicon Valley to a certain extent with the miscommunication on a lot of these. And I don't think people understand that. So.
Places do that here too in LA.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's like Eddie in his passive aggressive responses a lot of times was like, just call the store, stop using DoorDash and call the fucking store.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was talking to someone who's perfect.
Yeah.
I forgot you don't make mistakes.
Yeah. So
you know how hard it is to run a business.
Yeah. That's the little amount of credit I'll give to the management of Eddie's Calzones in terms of wait time. But with some of those customers, they're just like, I get off work at the hospital at 3 a.m.
I don't really want to sit in the Thunderdome for fucking 3 hours waiting for a mid-ass calzone.
Right. But they're like, this is the only thing I can eat. And it's like, okay, now it's sunrise and they're not here. And I went by the store and it was...
Someone put a gun in my face.
Yeah, I think the gun one was in South Carolina, but I don't remember. But
person still works there.
Yeah. So.
They're the manager. They're the new owner.
Yeah.
They saved up their quote-unquote tip money. Bought the business.
You showed up to an ownership fight with a knife. Gun. That's who wins. Whoever's got the biggest gun.
Oh, man. Hit us up if you have a place like this in your town.
I love shit like this.
It's the fun. I mean, in Auburn, it's like with Auburn, it's like things like this. They shouldn't last that long. You know what I mean? Like with all this. So again, Eddie, I don't know what Eddie's got going on the side.
I think it's because I hear people like restaurants trying their best like fall apart in like 2 months.
And then there's
and then like a dangerous shithole like this stays open for like 15 years.
Yeah, what's the oldest review we have? Here's one from 7 years ago, 6 years ago.
They opened in Auburn in 2016, and then I think the oldest one is maybe like 2014, something like that. They have not been around that long. So to have that reputation,
to have 11 years in with this terrible reputation, you got to say they're doing something right.
And across all three restaurants, like I would say the Athens one has the least bad reviews.
Great,
but I found a couple in the Athens ones that were I think that's where Rob was. I believe that was the Athens store. So the craziest one.
Love to lick your taint.
Hey, was it Rob?
Rob, how many B's on that, Rob?
Again, 2 B's. That's a fat Rob.
2 B's.
That's a flob Rob.
Yeah, slob Rob. Slobby Robbie.
The slob. Rob doesn't work there though. His fucking friend does.
He's pouring up beers, but he doesn't work there.
He's just a local sex pervert that knows the cashier.
Let me talk to this one.
Purple-haired woman.
Please just let me take this order, Rob, please.
I want to say something cool, huh? I want to suck your titties.
All right, Rob, you got to go win the fist fight with the purple lady or you can't stay.
Sloppy Robbie,
Sloppy Robbie, dude.
God, look, if you want to work here, we can go through a process, tender your resume.
There's a point when you go past sloppy drunk and get to horny sloppy drunk.
It's the
God, you
worst.
got to go home. You got to
the
fucking
worst.
get back to your house at that point.
Man.
Watching people engage in it in a public space is like, you just all deserve shit. Be ashamed for this behavior.
Well, yeah, shout out to the good people at Eddie's Calzones. You guys
Fight
are...
the good fight, dude. I'm sorry.
I love an entire restaurant crew that is just like, we are demons. Because we can be. Because
It's just a scam. It's like,
in a town like that, it's Waffle House or fuck you. And so they work the fuck you place. So
just stock up on groceries, folks. That's what.
yeah,
it is.
yeah. And if you work at a factory and you get off late, well, sorry.
Yeah,
Find
get some frozen pizzas ready.
Go to a different town.
Hampton, where are we today?
We're at Eddie's fucking calzone.
What's going on?
We're here for our shift. After the owner left, I took a bunch of roaches that me and Ren had captured, and I flattened a piece of dough, and I lined those roaches up on that dough and flattened it and put it in the fucking oven and made a roach calzone. The boss came back and found it, and he's so fucking mad, and I probably won't have a fucking job tomorrow.
I had one last little thing that I wanted to cover, and again, we're kind of on this food kick, and this one comes to us from the Sunshine State. Of course, this is Carlos St. Louis writing for Latin Times, and pulled some of this from Boca News Now. So, according to Palm Beach County jail records, Mark Rower, who's 52 years old, a former Boca Raton-based bankruptcy attorney, he is accused of one count of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. During a wedding Saturday night at Boca Lago Country Club, Roar was in line at the prime rib carving station.
Sure.
And standing in the line trying to get some prime rib.
Is this a self-serve prime rib carving station?
Probably not.
No,
Usually
There's a guy there, right?
Carving
Sam.
station means that there's a guy there.
Yeah. Sam worked at a wedding venue, so I'm sure you probably knew the carving guy.
Yeah,
you know?
carving guy was you had to pay a little more money.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the ribeyes just go in a steam pan.
Yeah.
They'll get a little hotter and a little overdone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's very fancy to walk up to a man and go, "Give me this thickness of ribeye steak."
Yeah, I do it at Golden Corral all the time. That's what I'm saying. So he's in line for the carving station when two young girls cut in front of him, and that is when witnesses say
That is the moment that
Roar
shit went off.
lost it. Quote.
Oh, fuck you.
This is a problem at weddings too. The open bars, people get way too drunk. The
terrible.
bars open way before the food goes out.
First of all, I got to show you all.
And people who go to weddings, they
They go to get trashed.
Yeah, they're like, I'm going to get trashed like I have.
That's a picture of the guy.
Damn, you can't be that fat being mad about steak.
Yeah.
It's a bad look.
Especially when it's like two kids got in front. Like it's just.
Hey, it said young girls. We don't know how old. They might have been old enough to deserve an assault with a deadly weapon.
Well, they didn't.
Sure,
That's the
yeah.
thing. They weren't on the receiving end of it. So the two girls cut in front of him. That's when Roar lost it. Quote, the victim that stated that Roar became upset that he was being cut in line, and he walked up to him and they began arguing. So I assume this is the girl's dad being like, you know, he's like,
Hey, chill out,
hey,
buddy.
little fuckers, I'm
Yeah.
hungry, you know? And he was like, hey, man, chill out. So Roar walks up to him and they began arguing. The victim then stated that
That's fucking bullshit.
yeah. Bam!
Jesus Christ, man, what the fuck is going on?
So the victim stated that he was attempting to remove himself from the situation, and he turned around to avoid further contact. So, you know,
So he's the dad of these young girls is coming up to him and be like, hey, buddy, calm the fuck down. Is
man,
that's what's going on?
Chill. Everybody's gonna get to eat. It's a prime rib. It's fucking enormous, bro. Chill.
Right.
And
Okay.
so he like starting some shit with him, and finally he's like, you know what? Whatever. I'm walking off.
Yeah, I'm not going to start a fight at this wedding.
Yes, exactly. And that is when the victim was allegedly hit over the head with a plate, which shattered.
Wow.
ECW style, baby, like a fucking wrestling wedding. The victim was then shoved, and while off balance, was grabbed by the collar by Roar, who was holding another plate over his head.
My God,
So he's
King.
literally like holding him with like another plate.
Nice.
I love this. So an employee who witnessed the incident and the victim both said that he hit him over the head, and Roar denied that part, saying that the event was a dry party.
Oh, so he's pissed off there was no booze.
Yeah.
He's like, no, look, if I was drunk, I definitely did that part, but because I was sober, I obviously
crazy.
He was already ready to fucking start a fight.
Oh yeah, Law and Crime blog described a melee breaking loose after the assault that involved a large number of guests. So just everybody's just piling on this big ass guy.
Everyone's just wanting to be drunk so bad.
And he admitted to making first contact by pushing the victim, but denied breaking the plate over his head, and he was booked into jail and released on $1,000 bond. So I don't know, man. Yeah, if you see a picture of this guy getting arrested, he is fucking enormous. I love that. Just like ants attacking a beetle. Just everybody in the wedding was like, get him.
What state was this in?
Oh, it was FLA, baby.
Oh,
Gotta be.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I get it if you're kind of hungry, but you're also fucking yourself out of that prime rib by going to jail.
That's true. He didn't get any.
He went to bed hungry that night on a cot, which probably broke.
And the thing about the carving station is they have more roast beef roast, or they have more prime rib roast than are out visible.
Yeah. Also,
when they run out of that prime rib on the cutting board, they're going to bring out another one.
Yeah. Well, and also I gotta say, I'm not as big as this guy. I'm better at being fat than him, because real fat guys know you wait for the entire line to go away.
Yeah.
So then you go up and you can just humiliate yourself with the amount of food you pile on your plate with nobody watching or judging
a Cornish game hen.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah.
And,
like you might miss a dish, but that's the thing. Everybody gets in the fucking line. They go for the salad. They pretend like they're there to eat healthy. Fuck, I don't need all
That's
that
true.
shit.
You load up the cheap stuff at the beginning of the buffet line.
Yeah. I
You
don't
really
need that.
do.
Get the bread, get the salad, get all that the fuck out of there. I'm getting in that line. I'm going to let everybody go. And then I'm going to go with my big spoon and just... That's me piling things on the plate. And later.
The carving guy at my old job would get mad because sometimes the big fat uncle would come through the buffet line first and then be back again before before everyone has gone through once,
Let me get the 22 ounce.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another
nice
thing.
to be in the presence of true love.
It's like when you get the open bar at a wedding, people will get drunker than they would. I think the buffet is the same thing. Like you'll eat more than you would just because it's there and it's free.
Yeah, like if you were given like 3 drinks and a pre-planned meal, people would probably, despite themselves, be walking away very happy with that, as opposed to being like endless amounts and you're like you putting your self-control because every wedding is embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like
People
I don't know.
get sloppy.
Well, this guy, I think he was in the right. I think he was right to start a fight with that guy, and what's right is right.
Anybody do anything fun this last week?
We streamed together. Carter's wearing a shirt that we bought.
Oh, yeah, that's the-
stand up for the people. Carter.
He's got on the jacket.
This is
Shirt jacket.
Yeah, this passed the Carly test.
it. Did good. I knew it would.
Yeah, this one
know.
passed the Carly test. The other one, like the I invented an app, the Foot Finder app. That one is like, she was like, yeah, it's comfy. You could wear that one at home.
That's your Mr. Rogers sweater.
That's my idea sweater. I've yet to show her the other 2 shirts.
Hide them.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was a fun stream. It was like the first one that I've fully done in a minute since everyone was playing video games. A little altercation.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
Some crazy guy who I didn't even notice was there thought we were filming him.
He was
and then it was like, instead of threatening us, he was threatening us with the idea of how scary LA is.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, I'll kick your ass. He was like, you know how many gangs there are? And I was like, no.
They hate live streamers.
Yeah. And I was like, no, how many? And he was like, well, look up on your phone.
He goes, Google it.
Yeah.
Google how many gangs there are.
Googles it.
Yeah.
And he was also walking a dog at the same time.
And his dog was really cute and was not freaking out at all.
Yeah.
Well, he's used to it.
Yeah, I leapt into action and stood a good 20 feet away.
Yeah, Carter started walking away while I engaged this man.
But I was within reach, if the shit went down.
Yeah.
To run away further.
Well, it's a scream at the top of my mouth. Somebody help!
Yeah.
Good Lord! road.
I had a good wide angle to pivot and get out of there.
Sure.
But it was a good stream.
Yeah.
Got Carter some clothes.
Got some
got
clothes.
him on a fashion makeover.
I am
He's looking
wearing-
better.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
I found a shirt at Out of the Closet that I donated 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was fun. I got reunited with a black and white tiger shirt that was like
An extremely horrible
Oh,
shirt.
yeah, it was-
the fact that it existed was terrible.
Oh yeah,
I like
that's
how
why I
angry
got
the
it.
tiger was.
The Kamala Harris victory Christmas sweater
Oh,
was
that
the
was-
saddest clothing. It was a Christmas sweater designed as if Kamala Harris was going to win the election.
Yes, yeah.
And a reference to like Kamala la 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 like fa la 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 la.
It was like
Kamala la 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 la.
it was like stock the White House with an accomplished woman.
Yeah.
Kamala la 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 la
Oh,
la.
boy.
Yeah. Ooh,
How
bad luck.
fast after the election do you think that got returned out of the closet?
Probably like a
Within
few
the
weeks.
first week, or
I think that got returned. I think someone found that in their closet like a week ago, and they're like, "Yeah."
well,
get rid of that
the
one.
sad part is you buy that with the intent to wear later.
Yeah,
You
of
know,
course. At
like they
Christmas.
already had a party planned to wear that to.
I've
We should go back and buy it. It's almost too funny not to own.
It is.
having had some time to
tragic.
think about it. I do think that somebody either bought that or had it made to stick it up their conservative relative's ass at Christmas.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
And then they were like, just gonna donate this real quick.
We also found a cool hoodie that wouldn't fit any of us. That was a coffin with the word Xanax written on it.
Yeah, that was the
fucking
coolest.
rad.
If we could all lose like 40 pounds, we could fit into it,
I'm on it.
and then we could share it.
Yeah, we could shoot it. I get it Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
The
Makes
Xanax
sense.
hoodie. I was a little concerned that they didn't have a fitting room because I always
Yeah.
want to know
Well,
before I take it off the lot.
that that becomes a hotel.
You're at a fucking thrift store, pal.
Yeah.
They have
What
one
do
at Crossroads.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you think you're at Crossroads? Crossroads will also look at people's clothes and be like, I don't want this.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they
Out
will
of the
refuse
closet
people.
takes everything.
Obviously, they took my tiger shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, they would have punched you in the face if you took that to Crossroads.
That should be the next stream. I should buy it, try to take it to Crossroads, and then get very mad that they're not giving me any money for it.
I bet you couldn't live stream at Crossroads. I bet they're like, could you please?
I bet if you don't make I've realized if you don't make a big production that you're live streaming, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because we live in a city where people just film everything on their phone constantly. So.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot that it was kind of a big, or that people think it's a big deal or whatever.
Oh,
yeah.
only weirdos do. I mean, it's weird that we're doing it, but also to be like highly sensitive about being filmed
Yeah.
to like 20 people who are watching.
Right.
Even though our viewership spiked when we were being yelled at, so maybe we should go fight tweakers
I was
more.
gonna say
Come here, honey. They're being yelled at.
Yeah,
we should hire ringers. We should hire comedians to pretend to be maniacs.
that wouldn't be a terrible idea.
Oh,
Start
yeah.
scripting the streams.
Yeah, let's script
Oh,
it. All
boy.
right, I'm gonna cut this part. You don't need to know that.
The streams are about to get better.
Yeah.
Kevin Anderson in a surgical mask is about to show up and start saying crazy shit.
With a machete. Yeah.
That's a great idea. Hell yeah.
Would anything happen to you this week, Rivers?
I didn't do shit.
You were
man.
also at the stream.
I was working. I had some Australian Trump supporters on the tour.
Okay.
Which
It's
was
always good when they're from a different country because that just means like, yeah, we love racism.
well. That's why I was like, yeah, I bet he's really entertaining from 8,000 miles away with free healthcare and fucking paid time off. I bet he's really fucking funny.
He's a ripper. He's real funny.
Right? Yeah, you guys.
And their money's worth more than ours.
No, it's not.
It's not?
Heavens, no.
I thought it was like $1.50 to our $1.
Not an Australian dollar, no, because that's the thing. They come over here like wanting to buy shoes, and they're like, the exchange rate is fucked, but this is the only place where we can get Pumas and Nikes.
What a miserable place where you can't get Nikes.
Hey man, I'll
I'll take the Great Barrier Reef over.
I'll take the free healthcare and the paid time off and the lobsters the size of canoes, as Bill Hicks said, over the fucking Nikes.
Give me the fucking commercialism. I want some Nikes and a Pepsi.
Yeah.
And that's the way I likes it.
And I want a restaurant that serves teriyaki chicken and pizza and
Yeah.
and gyros. Yeah.
I want to go to the Cheesecake Factory with Donald Trump and start a crypto coin together.
Yes.
What's the big deal?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and I've referred to the Cybertruck as the Nazi mobile for the first time and got a good laugh off of my British tourists I had the day before the Australians. So that was good.
There you go.
They were like, what's that? And I was like, oh,
They didn't know.
They'd never seen it. They were probably in their 50s. They're like, I envy people who are not on the internet at all, and they don't allow Cybertrucks in England. They like don't match like the road requirements. So
can you imagine spending out of your means to get a Cybertruck and then just waiting for it to be like, people will find this cool eventually. And just being in over your head for the dumbest car ever that's now the Nazi mobile.
I mean, I have still, in reality, I've never seen a woman driving one of those. Not a one.
They tint those windows pretty good. I always try to get a look at what douchebag is driving.
Always do, yeah. And it's always just...
It does seem like it's mostly men.
It's
Now,
always
I
just
didn't. I've
some
never
guy.
noticed that, but
Check
I'll
it.
start looking out for it.
Jack, if you're listening to the show and you see a lady driving a Cybertruck, I want to see it. I fucking desperately want to see who that person
Follow
would be.
her by any means necessary.
Yeah.
And get a video of it.
Yeah.
We need to see it.
And crucially, it can't have a wrap on it. Because that's my one little thing. Because sometimes it'll be like, we've got a hardcore fitness gym and it's got a logo that takes up the entire truck. I don't mean a company car. I mean a personal vehicle.
Right.
Yeah. The only one I've ever seen is the one in that video where she's going on about how it's a great family car, and then it just cuts to like some working class lady with a minivan being like showing that it has all the exact same shit. She's like, wow, the storage space in this glove compartment, and then it just cuts to this like housewife just and it falls open and it's got twice the space in it.
Sometimes you see stuff like that and you're like, are they advertising to people who have never seen or been in a car before?
Kinda,
because they're like showing stuff that's kind of stock.
Well, as we
with
said,
every car.
These are people who are rich and don't leave their house, and this might be their first car they've bought in 15 years.
And they've always had a car with a glove box, but they've never looked at it because they don't understand the reason for it to even being there.
Yeah, they're rich, so they don't get pulled over because cops don't fuck with rich people. Like, or at least rich white
my
people.
poor person papers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, at least rich white people. I should say that they definitely fuck with rich black people. But yeah, so that was my week. Just having some folks from across the various ponds.
Yeah. Speaking of ponds, how did you guys like the fucking much needed rain that we had the other day?
Oh, it's fantastic. Well,
yeah,
I wanted to like it. It made everything smell so fucking bad. It made the city smell, and it wasn't like, oh, you're smelling the stuff from off the streets. Like, no, you're smelling the poison. You're smelling wet poison from the sky that's now on the ground, closer to you.
Yeah, burned electronics.
Yeah.
And wiring.
Did a number on my tomato garden for sure.
No, it was straight up. It smelled. I love the rain. The fact it was raining, like looking out. I love just seeing the rain. You know?
Yeah. Love a good rain smell, typically.
Yeah, typically.
That's
but this
my favorite. What's like top 5 smells right
This
there.
was a bad one. This was a fucking horrible one. So, yeah, as much as it was nice to have, it was also semi-miserable. It stunk up my girlfriend's bathroom.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, and the window is closed, and still the smell just came in.
Damn.
I just feel like I was trying to look on the bright side of it. It's like, well, we're not going to get another one for a year, so I'm going to try to enjoy this as much as I can.
Well, I was thinking about it, too. Usually in January, it's rained several times by now.
Oh, yeah. We had 2 of the wettest winters on record for 2024 and 2023. So the fact that it hasn't rained until, yesterday or a couple days ago since April, May, something like that, like 9-10 months. It's fucking crazy. You could have created a human being in the span of time between the last time it fucking rained and 2 days ago. So
God damn.
Think about that. Yeah, I don't know. If you live in California, don't go anywhere near the Pacific Ocean for at least a few weeks because all of that poison washed out of the LA River and directly into Santa Monica Bay.
Yeah, I talked to a friend who, well, that's another thing I did. I went to a karaoke themed birthday.
Oh, fun.
But as a friend there who is a city, he works for the city, and he was saying that like the PCH is going to be closed for like 2 years.
Oh yeah, of
course,
yeah.
But that's the thing I did. I forgot I went to a karaoke. It was like one of those like K-Town, like you're in a room.
You get the private room.
The private room, and it was fun. But I was like bitter on the way there. I was like, you're taking out this element of like having a crowd there to judge you.
Yeah.
It's like you kind of, it's like it's just become someone's car.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why people think it's more fun because it's less embarrassing.
Yeah. I actually attempted to go to a karaoke birthday party at a bar in Echo Park, and I wrote the wrong date down. So it was on Sunday, and I went Monday night, rolled up at the bar. But the funny part was there was a bouncer. This is an Echo Park, so like relatively speaking, nice neighborhood.
Right.
The bouncer patted me down, including like inner thigh, like a full crazy pat down, and I was just like, "Do you guys have like problems
That's
here?"
becoming more like common.
Yeah, well,
Every time I go to the
becoming-
Regent, they do that.
but
It's
here's
becoming more common. Like they all have the wands too.
Yeah, this
at
was-
places they didn't used to have it.
this was like full body pat down, like the whole thing, and then like I said, even like I was like, Jesus Christ! And so, but the funny part was, I get inside. And there's one guy sitting at the bar, and I was like, "You should just let me kill him." Like if I'm there and there's one guy in there, it's like
I was
handle my business.
Yeah, let
I
him handle
worked this
business.
shift where I was helping do tickets for this metal show, and all these
yeah.
dudes are wearing like fucking knee-high boots, and the security guys are like patting down every inch of their boots and like feeling the laces in the front.
I had a metal. I mean, you know, they might have a knife or some crazy shit in there.
I
Who knows?
agree, but this was like a older, nerdy.
I was gonna say, like metals. Like I've been going to metal shows since I was 15, and it's always the most meek.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, like the
they're
word.
less dangerous than you would think.
The most
Yeah.
offensive thing about metal show people is how bad they smell. Like, that's-
Yeah.
But I've never seen like. I mean, you have more of a chance of like a fight breaking out at like a hardcore show or like a punk show or
Or
something.
like
Yeah.
a regular club, but where they're just playing
Yeah.
pop music.
Yeah.
where people are getting way too drunk. But like metal
Mhm.
dudes are all like, it's like their first record in
Yeah.
19. They're all nerds.
My conception does come from heavy metal parking lot of just Rob Halford's the greatest frontman of all time. Like,
Oh
really,
yeah, no.
you know,
Now it's
that's
all
gone.
like Necrophagists,
Yeah.
2004 opus, onset of putrefaction. It's dorks. It's like guitar
yeah,
dorks.
yeah.
I was at the karaoke birthday. I found myself feeling lame because I was like trying really hard.
Oh, sure.
You know what I
Gotta
mean?
try.
On stage.
No, like in the room. Like, you know, it's like we're just in that little room, and I'm like, you know, I think I can sing or whatever,
Oh,
and I'm like
yeah.
really trying to belt it, and I think people
Oh,
are
what song?
like I was Rocket Man.
Oh,
fucking,
hell yeah,
you know, shit. What was another one? Oh, Your Love by the Outfield.
Fuck,
You're picking some
yeah.
hard
I
songs.
was gonna say.
I was trying to like display my vocal range,
Oh.
and I could just feel like
This
the other
is-
people there being like, "All right," like being like, "All right, this is like I'm not gonna like sign you."
That's a
This
theme with karaoke in LA. Though, is people go out and they're like, "I'm gonna perform the dream I never could achieve."
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to see that look in people's eyes. Where like, "Whoa, you can really sing," and they're just more like, "Okay, how many requests did you put in?" Jesus, you're doing like 8 in a row.
This is why you always go walking on the sun or
Oh yeah, you
Fuck.
Might as well be
it's something
walking
that
on
you
the
could do
sun.
as an impression that's not
Yeah.
like about your vocal range, but then if you know all the words or you know whatever, then you don't have to look at the prompter and you can focus on your performance.
yeah. And they were just having fun. Like most people were just having fun. And I was like, what's in a song that can really stretch my vocal abilities? I was going like, man, I should be do a stage and do a crowd, and I ended up being the lamest person. Like,
You're like, which key is it in?
yeah, F sharp. Oh Jesus! And like I pull out a harmonica. Like,
It's the karaoke version of the guy who shows up with his own pool cue. You know,
yeah, exactly. It's like no fun to play with. But I went home being like, I mean, I did pretty good. Like I was asking Carl, I was like, I did pretty good, right? She's like, yeah, I guess.
man, Outfield is bold. That's like some high ass notes there. You know?
Yeah.
dude.
I can't even fully bust it out right now. And I did it early too to like kind of establish dominance.
Dominance.
And when you were there, were you like seeing several people that were just naturally better than you?
Me and Carly tried really hard. Everyone else was just being like, yeah, it's a birthday. Oh God.
And we have time for just one more segment, and of course, this is our jam of the week.
Wow. This sounds like AI made a country song immediately.
I mean, basically, like this happened 10 years before AI, but might as well be. This is we covered this guy before. His name is Sam Hunt,
Heard of him.
and he has the song that we covered before was called "Body Like a Back Road." So this is some of that hick hop they talk about,
Yeah.
folks.
This is like someone who you'd meet at a bar in Nashville, and they'd be like, yeah, dude, I played bass on a Sam Hunt song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
I like how the like hair metal bands, their fans are being leaving stupid comments on YouTube have been replaced by this genre of music.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
well,
for
Because it doesn't happen on rap or heavy metal or any of the normal ones that are like current.
right. Yeah.
But this shit all over it.
Well, yeah, this guy's the pride of Cedartown, Georgia, but his wife is from Montevallo, Alabama, which is why he named his 2015 album that this comes off of Montevallo. So shout out to Shelby County. What's up, folks? This song annoyingly has 2 music videos, like 2 official videos.
Yeah.
How is that
yeah,
possible?
Some people, they'll do 2 versions.
I mean, it's irritating.
Is it
but-
2 actual different versions of
Yes.
the song?
Yeah. One of
Okay.
them is called, House Party is the name of the song. It's like Sam Hunt House Party, and then Sam Hunt House Party, parentheses, alternate video.
So it's the same song, which is
The
a
same
different video.
song, just 2 different videos
Yeah.
for some reason. And yeah, it's, and the difference is negligible. Like, I was like, it's just him. He's just wearing a different hat in one of them.
I guess it's like releasing the same video that's already viral back into the algorithm just to get more
Kinda.
views.
I worked on a video in Nashville that was an alternate video, and I was like, "Oh, cool! When's this coming out?" Like, it's been out for a while.
Yeah.
Oh.
And, sometimes that could be whatever. Sometimes it's Zach Galifianakis and Bonnie Prince Billy lip syncing Can't Tell Me Nothing by Kanye.
Yeah.
And that's fun. But in this case, it's the same guy doing the same shit in both of them. He's just got, as I said, a different outfit. But anyway, yeah. So combined, these 2 videos have 101 million views, 9,917 comments, and I read every goddamn last one of them. So now let's dive down into the comment section for Sam Hunt's House Party. And by the way, this song calls out homebodies. He's on the phone with a girl, and she's like, I don't want to go out right now. He's like, hey, don't change clothes. I'm bringing a house party to your house.
Yeah, stop being an idiot.
Yeah. And I think the insinuation is it's just going to be him and her, and they're going to turn the music up loud and they're going to dance. But like in the video, it's like an actual party shows up. It's like, she doesn't want that.
Yeah.
If she don't want to go out, she sure as shit don't want to clean up after your dumbass. But
Someone's
anyway.
like selling fentanyl in her living room.
Yeah. The guy cooking calzones pulls a gun
Yeah, I was
out.
going to say the calzone gun man comes in. You want to die tonight? He licks the barrel.
Yeah, fucking Rob with 2 B's shows up. Hey, let it run out of your mouth. All right, Rob.
Let it through your asshole. My name's Rob, by the way.
So first up, Juan Pagan, 9 years ago. Fuck it. I'll be in the hood banging this shit.
Good job, Juan.
Yeah, Juan.
Congratulations.
I think any hood. It doesn't matter what neighborhood you're in. Stop it.
They love house parties.
Yeah,
It connects the nation.
BB22, 5 years ago. My husband looking adorable while acting like a child to the beat of House Party for 3 minutes and 43 seconds. I was like, what is he doing? Ooh, mama, mommy.
He's having a deeply personal experience. Hey, look at his little stupid ass.
Look at this dumb fuck I married. It's just rolling around.
He loves hip hop.
He's just asking me to wipe him down with wet ones like a weirdo. I just love it. Cassandra Flores 1 year ago. This is Cassandra Flores saying,
Good night and good luck.
Do you love me? Or just likes me? Imagine me naked, singing this, saying this.
God damn, Cassandra.
All right, I did it.
I know that when I get a girl naked, I'm like, okay, here's the song I want you to sing. Now, now that we've got those clothes off, let's get the party started with some karaoke.
Yeah.
If you could sing Sweet Dreams by Eurythmics to me.
Then I'll get hard.
Slowly.
Oh yeah, there's a line in this song where he says, "We'll wake all the neighbors up till the whole block hates us, and the cops show up and they try to shut us down."
Yeah. Pretty stock house party material.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's going to really appeal to people whose neighbors already hate them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So with that in mind, Kevin 1 year ago, we did a house party with this song. We asked the cops if it was okay, and we invited all the block to come party, of course, and the cops are invited. If this win, we just want to have fun in my hometown.
So you had a block party.
He narked on himself. Yeah, he was like, hey, here's what's going down, cops. Stop me if you can. I'm the notorious Kevin.
That's one of those things where it's like the cops don't need to know unless anything illegal's happening.
Right.
A bunch of people are just hanging out at each other's houses drinking.
Have you guys ever thrown a house party?
Dude, I lived at the Anchor House for 2 fucking years in a row. So those unfamiliar with the terminology, that's just where everybody goes before we go somewhere. But because we were underage, it just turned into where everyone stayed. So it'd be like 7 o'clock, everybody rolls up like, yeah, where we? Oh, is fucking Ashley doing this thing? Is fucking Nate doing this thing? And then eventually it was like, no, just stay here. And that was the first 2 years of college for me. So I lived at the party house.
Yeah, I've never lived in a place that was big enough to be a party house, really. I've only ever lived in apartments.
We had this big backyard, so everybody would drink in the backyard when I lived my I guess sophomore, junior year, and I worked at Hungry Howie's at the time.
Famished Howard's.
Yes. And I came home.
Good Lord.
I came home at 5 a.m. because Famished Howard's was the original Eddie's Calzones, and came home at 5, and it was January or February, and there was a noticeable gust of frigid air just coming through the living room when I opened the door, and it was because we had a full-length window, and somebody jumped on somebody's back, and they fucking just like broke them through the window. And fortunately, the window was made of plexiglass, but we didn't know that until someone went through it. Like it could have been bad, but anyway, they of course just made no attempt to replace it. They just closed the blinds over the fucking frozen outdoors. So I came home, everybody was drunk, passed out, and there was just like an Arctic wind whipping through the fucking living room.
Oh man,
yeah.
We used to. I lived in a place in college where we threw house parties. Well, really, the other guys who lived there, I would just kind of like sit around, like, if you need any help, just like let me know. I wouldn't help at all.
Yeah,
and you just get shit faced.
I'd get shit faced. I mean, like we hung like black tarp around the house, so as people couldn't see it from the outside, was really drew attention.
Nice,
but yeah, we would have like bands playing stuff. And I remember that guy, Pretty Lights, who was like a...
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. I remember Pretty Lights, the DJ.
The DJ, who was like a dubstep DJ, came to one of these. And he was in my friend's room, and he wrote his name on like the archway of the doorway. And he goes, "You're not going to want to erase that."
I don't even know who that is.
Pretty Lights was here.
Yeah.
So was Red.
That was the one memory I had from it. And the other one was... that we would like our neighbors came over, and this one guy was like he shook a bottle of pills at my girlfriend at the time, and he goes, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty."
Oh my fucking god!
And he said it was the Mississippi mating call.
Oh yeah, he got that from the Wild Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
Oh shit! I didn't know he stole from
County mating call.
No, they didn't even invent that shit.
Yeah, I'm sure
some fucking nasty pimp who likes pill hookers. Invented that shit.
Haley White 8 years ago. Stop hating. Jeez. Don't dislike. Disliking this gets him nowhere in life. What if he ended up living on the streets? YouTube gives you money so you don't like the video. Don't click the thumbs down because he might end up getting nowhere in life. They worked hard for this job.
God damn.
He's talking about
Sam Hunt is fine.
He's fine. Yeah. He worked hard for this
job. He might become a fucking loser because you said you disliked it.
You said that his jeans made him look like a gay, and now he's on the streets. That was a lot of the comments.
Them jeans make you look gay.
She says they worked hard for this job and they made it, so don't ruin it by hate comments, disliking. Hate comments might bring them down because of them, and he might lose all of his hope and faith in his job. And if he gets hate comments, if he stops making music and lived on the streets, just think, it might be because of you.
Jesus.
So I should thumbs down?
Yeah, immediately. Yeah.
I think
they don't understand how much money you can make off a 100 million view YouTube video.
Oh,
it's a lot of money.
There's a line in this song where he says, "Throw a neon shirt over the lampshade." It's like, get a little crazy.
Oh boy.
And Versailles chick, 1994 says, "Don't
Versailles or Versailles?"
Well, so I said Versailles because I'm assuming this is a reference to Versailles, Kentucky, which is very much spelled Versailles, but very much pronounced Versailles. So again, shout out to our European listeners. But yeah, Versailles chick, 1994, from 9 years ago. Don't put t-shirts over lampshade. they will catch on fire. I know, because it happened to me.
Jesus.
It's true.
Yeah, don't fucking
shouldn't do that.
idiot. Mega Dave for life. 6 months ago.
R.I.P.
Dude, that moment, I show him what a real guitar break is. LOL. That's when I snapped an acoustic in half while drunk and then pissed Andrew off over his ex. He breaks 2 of his mooched guitars. That just makes your day.
Oh, God.
It's like, all right, Slobby Robbie, you gotta fucking
Honestly, I'm going to play it Wonderwall. Let me tune it.
duty.
Shit's out of tune.
Corey Hardesty from 8 years ago. This represents when I was younger. Like in the song, all the neighbors hated us, and the cops showed up, tried to shut us down just because we used fireworks, and there were ashes on all over the cars. It's like, I would hate you too,
That's
Corey.
a legitimate complaint.
Yeah.
Gotta be young.
And finally, and again, you thought it was unhinged that old Sam Hunt here might be living on the streets if people hate his stuff. This
One day
person,
he might get cancer.
this person is very concerned with the messaging of this song and specifically the volume that he purports to going to be playing the song at. So always half right from 9 years ago.
Ooh.
A sheriff in Alabama was shot and killed because of loud music.
What?
Mothers, how have you raised your children? I like country music, and I have all my life, but the song House Party encourages vile outcomes. Evil, disrespect of neighbors and others. When a person feels that they have a right to listen as loud as they want, knowing it will cause hate, that is evil and wrong. I'm sick of this culture. I am sick that these people have no respect for others because of this look at me, I'm special crap. A sheriff was shot and killed because of songs like this one. Don't bitch if the disrespected start shooting back because of your ego-driven bullshit.
So some cop wrote this.
So this guy is sitting at his house.
This guy clearly lives on a college campus and refuses to move to an actual neighborhood.
I was going to say, this is the song Guitar Man Upstairs by Drive-By Truckers. This is a guy who lives in the worst apartment with a gun just being like, one more time. If they play whatever that La Vida Loca crap is one more time.
A U.S. Marshal was cut down in his prime because of music that was too many decibels.
An Air Force pilot was cut in half with a bandsaw because of the song.
Very Catholic priest homily. It's like an unnamed U.S. Marshal was murdered.
The song Hot in Here fired phasers and destroyed a government office.
It's like maybe the problem is you. Maybe you just need to move.
Mayhaps. Oh, well, that is Sam Hunt's House Party. Oh, he's got some DJing in there, some turntabling. Oh boy, it's exciting.
What a carefree, fun
It's one of the
song.
essences of hip hop right there. DJing.
That's right. Yeah.
Right?
That is our jam of the week, and that is our program. Sam Harder, where can people find you on the internet?
On Instagram, they can find me at SamHarder666. On Blue Sky, they can find me at Slam Harder. YouTube, The Goods from the Woods podcast, where we stream every Thursday at 5.
Carter, where can people find you online?
Oh, Carter_Glasscock and here.
Fuck yeah. You can find me on Instagram, still on Twitter. I gotta keep an eye on these people, folks. I just gotta keep looking.
I mean,
at
I
them,
still got one too, but
It's just man, yeah. The other ones are so shitty. So I don't know. Yeah,
They'll get better.
they'll get there.
They have to. They have to get better.
We'll see. But yeah, find me on everything at Rivers Langley. You can find us on most forms of social media at The Goods Pod. Join the Discord, linktree.com/TheGoodsPod. We have fun in there each and every day. Buy a shirt, prowrestlingtees.com/TheGoodsPod. Make you look skinny on TV. And of course, the best way to support our show, hey, if you're watching this, you're already doing it. Patreon.com/TheGoodsPod. But if for some reason you have not, head over to Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Nice.
Rate, review, and subscribe. Show the attitude of gratitude, because if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, Daddy, Rob is going to say something fucked to your girlfriend. The Goods from the Woods was recorded and edited by me, Rivers Langley. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by Jonas, the Space Cowboy.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.